how do you ensure that the Streedhan is in the, the lady's name, A, and B, even beyond Streedhan, we are living in very different changing times where marriages may be made in heaven, but we don't know the duration for which they last, right? So in such a situation, how does one navigate, the concept of joint assets, joint bank accounts? It's not that simple anymore.
Streedhan is a concept wherein it is assets owned or any wealth owned by a woman which she really receives post her marriage. It could be received by anyone so long as it is categorized as Streedhan, it is her own personal assets. If the husband has a liability, this Streedhan asset cannot really be called in for.
Hmm.
Now, it sounds extremely very secure, but what is important here to note is that more often than not, the Streedhan, like the jewelry or any other asset which is given to the woman, may not necessarily stand in her name. You may,
Oh.
during a marriage ceremony, hand over, lots of jewelry to her. And to that extent, it may still, on the books be held in the name of parents, held in the name of in laws, or for that matter, the husband. Now, only Streedhan, which is held in the name of a woman, is as such, secure. If at all it is not held in the name of a woman and it is held in any other family member's name, you would really need to prove by evidence that this is Streedhan, which is not really very easy to prove.
Nowadays, with earnings, when the spouses are earning together, they put their assets together, they buy assets together, it gets a little muddled up. The ownership gets split between two people. So for a woman to secure herself, it is very important that she first of all has a complete record or documentation of her Sridhan or her assets.
Would Streedhan mean only the jewelry that is gifted? Is it, by either parties, parents or not? What all comprises Streedhan, and what's the time duration? I mean, is there like a 1 year window before and after marriage? Or how do you
No,
define Streedhan?
so Streethan is everything,
Mhm.
everything that you are getting from the time you get married, while you are married, after you have been married to that person, anything that you receive from your father or mother or relatives or in-laws or friends, anything that you earn, any property that you inherit, any income that you receive from this property, which is known as the Streethan,
Okay.
all this is Streethan.
For women, it is very important that if at all they are contributing to any family asset, it is important that their name is actually put in the papers for that asset itself, as well as whatever her share is. Because if at all you have a situation wherein the woman has, say, contributed to 80% of that particular asset and the husband has contributed to just 20, and in a situation where that 80-20 ratio has not been clearly laid out, the law will deem it to be a 50-50.
Hmm.
So that's an important consideration to note that if you're contributing to an asset, do ensure that your contribution and your ratio of your share in that property in itself is very clearly defined.